culture, my Cherokee culture has changed. We speak in English, we wear this, you know, and we even have our hair done, you know?
Yes.
Cultures change.
Oh,
Things don't change. Those are the values. The values in the culture don't change, but cultures do. Number one, everything that lives has a right to live. You know, that's number one. The ant down there has a right to live, and you do not have a right to kill it.
Mosquitoes?
Yeah?
Mosquitoes?
Yeah, well, or maybe mosquitoes. Well, everything that lives is related to everything that lives. Now, it may be 1,000 years ahead, but you are related to that ant down there. That's something that Indians believe. We're related to the whale, we're related to the dog, we're related to the cat, we're related to everything. And everything that lives continues to live. Nothing ever dies. Now, all of this is science as well, now. But that was, you know, hundreds and thousands of years ago we believed this. And now science believes it. Because of the gene factor, right? Now we've learned. But that's the three things that in all tribes really believe in. Then I looked at my own tribe. I'm Cherokee, Tsalagi, and in the early 1800s, we had a very important chief, kind of, but never appointed chief, named Sequoyah. And Sequoyah invented an alphabet. And that alphabet allowed the tribe, the Cherokee tribe, to develop schools both in Cherokee and in English. And they were excellent. They taught chemistry, they taught biology, they taught all the sciences, and the graduates of that school went on to higher education everywhere. They were very well learned.
Near the end of the 1800s, there was this movement in the United States that lasted up until the 60s and 70s, 1960 and 1970, called the Indian boarding schools. And the whole idea was kill the Indian, save the man.
My name is Andrew Windy Boy. I'm a Chippewa Cree. I did two boarding schools, one in Wapton Indian School in Wapton, North Dakota, and the other one is Flandreau Indian School in Flandreau, South Dakota. Mid-60s to early 70s took me to the boarding school where I wasn't allowed to talk my native tongue or practice my native ways. Numerous times they'd put on this big old white, big huge white cone, put on there, it says dunce. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know English. They put it on me, make me wear it all over. Kids would laugh at me.
Remember when you denounced about giving that drug, Ritalin, to
Oh,
children?
yes, yes. Oh, my goodness, yes.
And
There
that-
can be, you know, so many kids with ADD on a
Yes.
reservation. There can't be, there can't be.
Yes.
And they were giving them like,
Yes.
you know, anything to...
Like aspirin.
Yes, exactly. And that's when I evaluated a school in Harlem, Montana, which was right next door to the res. So all the Indian kids went to that school. Now, the law says that when an Indian kid goes to a public school, the feds will pay a tuition for that child. And so what it means to that community is that they literally don't have to pay for their school because there's so many Indian kids come and whatnot. And what I found was, I was appalled. I found children being isolated in a room, in a padded room, no windows, nothing, because they had misbehaved. And they were Indian kids that they were doing this to. I found that, I found so many horrible things. I don't really even want to go into it. But I got angry. And when this kid gets angry, I go haywire. I wrote a book about it called To Live Heroically. And I said, you know, that if this community is being supported by Indian funds, then the least that they could do is teach Indian kids,
Yes.
you know? And I said an awful lot of things in the book. I won't go into it. But what it meant is that school had to change. One teacher, unfortunately, committed suicide. Other teachers were indicted because they did abuse Indian kids. And there has been some changes. Change goes 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards. 2 steps forward, it's never the way you want it. but it never goes back to the way it was.
Hey,